Look, my bro, the reality is, if you put all your faith into self-improvement YouTubers and influencers, in a few years from now, you're still gonna be a clueless retard left wondering what the fuck happened. Here's the harsh truth. Setting goals, going to the gym, having a 30-day no-fap streak, it doesn't make you a high-quality man. And watching a few red pill pseudo-psychology podcasts shockingly doesn't actually translate to real wisdom. I know, right? Cruel world. Who knew? Oh, shit, that's probably what my mum was trying to tell me this whole time. And admittedly, pledging my whole life and the way I lived to the teachings of a bathrobe-wearing internet guru, yeah, that was weird. Wow, self-awareness, how lovely. The influencers whose advice dictates the way you live your life don't actually know what the fuck they're talking about. I was 13 when I discovered self-improvement. It gave me direction and hope, and a path out of my incredibly thrilling existence around that time of feeling permanently very slightly nauseous from just binge eating junk food all day, and going to bed with that sinking, empty feeling every night of knowing that you wasted yet another day playing video games and scrolling endlessly on social media. I was very skinny at the time, and my mental health was shit. But after deciding to take life seriously and actually starting to intentionally work on myself, I got undepressed, unanxious, and started to actually get my shit together. Well, I mean, kind of, it's a work in progress. But the point is that I did improve. In fact, I improved a lot. You probably had a very similar journey. You started going to the gym, lifting weights, maybe journaling and meditating, and you made great progress. You're more confident, you're jacked, you're social, you're ambitious, and that's all amazing stuff. But now you're kind of just vibing, thinking, what now? In fact, I'm willing to bet you're probably starting to become not so vibing again, because I'm guessing you still feel lost. Like you were promised that if you just quit video games, built a bit of muscle, and started meditating sometimes, then you were just gonna magically become enlightened and make it in life. But that didn't happen, and now you feel stuck. Scammed, even. Why? Because self-improvement is bullshit. Okay, just before you click off the video thinking, this guy's a fucking idiot. No. Go to the gym. Do good habits, take care of yourself, avoid cheap dopamine activities, eat healthy food, sleep occasionally. No, you're not Batman, Gotham will be fine, fuck off. But the part these YouTubers failed to mention, that's the bare fucking minimum. Well, if you want greatness, that is. And if you don't want greatness, pussy, sorry. If you don't want greatness, you're still gonna need purpose. The problem comes with this idea that going to the gym and meditating is the key to success. And by the way, most of these influencers' idea of success is how many broken, misguided women a man can manipulate into sleeping with him, and how many brain-dead teenagers he can exploit with a diabolically overpriced online income course. And once they've exhausted their supply of how to get jacked or how to talk to girls videos, their focus quickly becomes, and their advice quickly becomes, start an online business and master the art of fleecing the unintelligent. And look, no matter how much money they make or how many followers they might have, they're still in this exact same position. Lost, disenchanted, and trying to figure out who the fuck they are. In many ways, we're no different to them. We figured out who we don't want to be. Lonely, addicted, depressed, insecure, powerless. And we've started to see aspects of who we do want to be. Certain traits and actions and mindsets. But really, we've just climbed out of the my life is fucked fry pan and fallen into the who the fuck am I fire. Aside from the pathetic alpha male red pill stuff, which, it's kind of cute, and the questionable prescription of deception and degeneracy, this style of self-improvement confines you to a sweaty gym or your festy bedroom. But if you pause this video and you actually walk outside your bedroom, then you're gonna see an entire rich life and world waiting to provide you with all of the lessons and experiences and opportunities that you need. The actual real world is gonna present you with opportunities and force you to confront the realities of life and of your own self, of your character, of your beliefs, of the way you approach life and the world. So you wanna learn, grow, and become great? Throw yourself at the world. Stop filling your head with other people's dreams that keep you tossing and turning at night, unable to drift into the sleep where you will discover your own. Bars. Take the things that videos, podcasts, and books give you as tools to be used, ideas to be tweaked and split tested, thoughts and beliefs to be considered, not worshipped. Take them as suggestions, not gospel. Allow people to give you ingredients, but don't forget that it's your meal that you're cooking. It's your recipe. And this video is totally included in that. I'm not saying anything particularly profound. I don't claim to be wise or know what I'm talking about. It's just, I'm not giving super specific instructions that are narrow-minded. And yeah, sure, my own beliefs and values are gonna seep into the message in this video, but the goal of this channel is to take the ideas and the lessons and the insights that have helped me and share them with other people in my generation. And yeah, sure, we got problems that generations before us never had to deal with. The internet, our current modern popular culture, all those sorts of issues, but really, we're just the next generation growing up, learning the lessons and the ideas and the concepts that all the previous generations before us knew, and putting it into our own words, our own language. The problem is when people with massive egos start positioning themselves as gurus and like someone who has all the answers. And while I definitely have a pretty large ego, I certainly don't have all, or in fact, any of the answers. So I don't just want this to be a critique of influencer culture. There's already hundreds of those all over the internet. So here's what I believe we can actually do to become those great men, instead of trying to pretend to be them, or chasing the status and material benefits that would come with actually being them. I think it starts by realizing that most self-improvement habits are a means to an end, and by themselves won't necessarily deliver the outcome that they promise. And they aren't a magic cure. The gym, like weightlifting for example, promises health, discipline, status, female attention, and it certainly can bring you all of those things, but not by itself. And none of those outcomes are actually guaranteed. And setting goals is great. I have goals all over my walls. But without the right systems in place and consistent actions, none of this shit's gonna happen. And the even more depressing truth, if you're somebody who's really caught up in the whole online self-help cesspit, even when I do achieve these goals, when I hit 10,000 subscribers and I'm making a couple grand a month from an entrepreneurial venture and I'm jacked and I can bench 315, that doesn't mean I've just magically made it in life. And a pretty Latina isn't just gonna appear wanting to date me. Well, I mean, that actually already happened somehow. Praise the Lord, I guess. But you get my point. Wait, what was my point? Something about hot Latinas? Shit, now I'm distracted. Oh yeah, self-improvement habits. They're not a magical cure. Just don't rely on meditation and cold showers to make you successful. They won't. So what do you do instead? Well, I mean, I'm hardly the person to tell you that, I'm pretty fucking clueless, but here's what I have decided to commit myself to. At least at this point in my life. Oh. That was supposed to look cold, but I just look like a fuckwit now. Yo, bro, just real quick. I just opened up a online community, which is going to be a fucking awesome group of teenagers who are very similar to you, who are all on this path together, working on doing some sick shit with their lives, getting jacked, becoming truly confident, setting and achieving goals together, really holding each other accountable, and really just hanging out, talking shit, and connecting with some actual like-minded people who all are on a similar journey, want to take shit seriously and actually win at life. I'm so fucking excited about this. It's going to be sick. There's 50 spots open right now, and if you're one of those first 50 people to join, you'll get a chance to actually help build, design, and shape what you want the community to look like, and just really be that first group of people. Hopefully this thing grows to thousands of teenagers across the world, right? So you'll be part of that first initial group to kick it off, and you'll help shape and design what it's going to look like. And on top of that, you're also going to get free access to some exclusive courses, the Gym Bro Fundamentals, and the mental health foundation Big Six course, which I'm currently working on, but when those come out in a month or less, then you'll get free access to those. I'll put a link in the description, just check it out when you finish this video. It's literally $5 a week, it's gonna be dope as fuck. The most valuable part of this video is still coming up, by the way, so stick around. I would give you a corn chip if you were here, but you're not, so fuck you, my corn chips. Does that have any relevance to this video? No? No relevance to be found. Maybe I'm overcomplicating this whole fucking thing. You heard it here first on the Ben Taylor channel. Latinas and corn chips. That's all you need in life. Oh yeah, I guess you can see my whole script there as well. Okay, I think it starts with vision and your objectives. Basically, your goals, but it's like more of a multi-layered thing. In my opinion, it starts with 3 very important questions. What do you want? Why do you want it? And how are you gonna make it happen? Your vision is gonna be very big picture, but your objectives need to be specific. So I think the first main pillar of your vision is your lifestyle. What do you actually want your day-to-day to look like? Keep in mind that your dream kind of day-to-day life is probably gonna change often. When thinking about your main big picture vision and what you really want your life to look like, I'll give you a couple of prompts. First of all, what achievements do you want to be able to look back on and think, hell fucking yeah, I did that. That's something I'm proud of. What experiences and memories do you want to have in your fucking iCloud photos and in your mind? What are the projects and endeavors you want to be pursuing, chasing, and working towards? What kind of relationships and what kind of people do you want to have around you, and what do you want that to look like? What would honestly make you feel fulfilled and content? And lastly, and I think a lot of kind of the self-improvement content on the internet for some reason leaves this out, what things bring you joy? In my opinion, the next big kind of umbrella is your character traits and your values. These are the sort of questions around what truly matters to you? What do you want to stand for? Who do you want to be on a foundational level? This is a question I figured out that I wanted to include in this video when I was journaling a couple of nights ago. Bit of a heavy hitter. What things would you not be able to stand seeing in your own heart when you look in the mirror? And how do you make sure that doesn't happen? How do you make sure you never have to look at yourself and see those things? Have fun with that existential crisis, but lightening the mood a little bit. The last big umbrella is skills. It's really straightforward. What things do you want to be able to do? In what ways do you feel like you need to be or want to be competent? A pretty powerful question that a mentor put to me the other day is how can you make yourself an asset? How do you become indispensable to the people, the organizations, that sort of stuff around you? How do you become irreplaceable and indispensable? Which skills would make it impossible to fail at the things you want to achieve if you had them? And then what's your plan to develop those? Cool. Now you have your vision and the objectives that fall under that. You know what you want your ideal life to look like. You've determined the character traits and skills that you need to develop to make that happen. And super importantly, a compass, your values, to keep you on the right track. So what the fuck do you need online gurus for now? Honestly, the thing you need is mentors. And those aren't necessarily easy to come by, but that's the next step, right? And that's really when my life started to fucking change. Look bro, I want to be super clear about this. I'm not giving you this advice as someone who's someone who has it figured out or is successful in some significant way. Nah bro, I'm literally a fucking teenager sitting in my bedroom, right? Cool. Just want to make that really clear. But I'm making this video because this is what my younger self, who was desperate for advice, guidance, and structure, actually needed to hear. So I just wanted to put this video out there as a message to be found by anyone in my generation who resonates with it. Thank you so much for watching till the end. You're a legend. Oh my god, just subscribe, you motherfucker.